Japan is one of the easiest country to travel to, but it's also one of the easiest place to make expensive mistakes if you are visiting for the first time. Because some of the biggest mistakes tourists make in Japan don't just ruin the experience, they can cost you thousands of rupees, waste an entire day of your vacation, or even leave you stranded in the city late at night. In this video, I am sharing the 15 biggest mistakes travelers make in Japan, and more importantly, how you can avoid every single one of them. Before we get started, if you enjoy travel guides like this, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. We regularly share detailed itineraries, visa guide, budget tips and honest travel experiences to help you plan your trips better. Now let's get started. Japan is one of the safest, cleanest and most efficient countries you can visit. But it's also very different from most other destinations. Things that seem normal elsewhere, like taking a taxi at last minute, booking attractions a few days in advance, or assuming every place accepts card, can end up costing you time, money and unnecessary stress. The good news is that almost all of these mistakes are completely avoidable if you know them beforehand. Now let's get into the mistake number 1. Trying to visit too many places. One of the biggest mistakes first timer make is trying to see all of Japan in one trip. It's easy to understand why. You open Instagram or YouTube and see Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, Mount Fuji, Hiroshima, Nara, Hakone, Okinawa, and suddenly you want to fit everything in a single 10-day trip. But here's the reality. Japan is much bigger than most people expect. Even though the Shinkansen is incredibly fast, traveling between cities still takes time. And remember, it's not just the train journey. You also have to check out of your hotel, get to the station, travel to the next city, check into your new hotel and then figure out local transport. By the time you have done all this, you have lost a good part of your day. Instead, focus on fewer destinations and explore them properly. For a first trip, Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka make an excellent combination. If you have extra time, only in that case add places like Nara, Hakone and Hiroshima as day trips or overnight stays instead of squeezing in completely new regions. Number 2 is buying the JR pass without checking if it is really worth it. For years, Japan Rail Pass was almost considered a must buy for every tourist, but that's no longer true. After the significant price increase in 2023, the JR Pass only saves money for certain itineraries. Yet many travelers still buy it simply because they have heard everyone talking about it. The problem is JR Pass only makes sense if you are covering long distances in a short period, like traveling from Tokyo to Kyoto, then Hiroshima and back to Kyoto within the validity period. If you are visiting Tokyo, Kyoto and Osaka or planning just one Shinkansen journey, buying individual tickets is often cheaper. Many travelers end up spending much more than necessary because they assume the pass is always better deal. Before purchasing one, calculate the total cost of your planned train journeys using online JR Pass calculator. It only takes a few minutes and could save a significant amount of money. Even if you don't buy the JR Pass, consider getting the IC cards like Suica, Pasmo or ICOCA. These rechargeable cards make it much easier to pay for local trains, buses, vending machines, convenience stores and many shops without constantly buying individual tickets. Number 3. Booking hotels too late. If you are planning to book hotels later once your flights are confirmed, this could become one of the most expensive mistakes of your trip. Japan is one of the world's most popular tourist destinations and during the peak travel season, accommodation fills up incredibly fast. Cherry blossom season, autumn foliage, golden week, New Year holidays and even some weekends can see hotels selling out months in advance. Not only do prices increase, but you will also have fewer options. You might end up staying far from train stations or attractions, adding extra travel time every day. As soon as your travel dates are fixed, start looking for accommodations. Many booking platforms offer free cancellations, so you can reserve early and still change your plan later if needed. Hotels near major stations like Tokyo, Shinjuku, Kyoto, or Osaka station might be slightly more expensive, but they often save you both time and transportation cost throughout your trip. Number 4. Not booking popular attractions in advance. People assume they can simply buy tickets after arriving in Japan. Unfortunately, that's not always possible. Some of Japan's most popular attractions release tickets weeks or even months in advance, and they sell out very quickly. Like the Ghibli Museum tickets, they often disappear within minutes of becoming available. And places like Nintendo Museum, Popular Character Cafe, Team Lab exhibitions, Pokemon Cafe can sell out well before your travel dates. To avoid this disappointment, make a list of must-visit attractions before your trip. Check whether reservations are required and note exactly when tickets become available. Set a reminder if needed because some attractions release tickets on specific dates every month. But make sure to keep a little flexibility in your itinerary. Book attractions first, then plan rest of your sightseeings around those confirmed reservations. Number 5. Missing the last train. Japan has one of the best public transport system in the world, but there is one thing many first-time visitors don't realize. Most trains stop running around midnight. Unlike some cities where public transport operates all night, missing the last train in Japan can create a surprisingly expensive problem. Let's say you are enjoying dinner in Shibuya, exploring Dotonbori, or staying late out with friends. If you don't keep an eye on the time and miss your last train, your options become very limited. You can either wait until the first train the next morning, which may not be very practical, or take a taxi. And taxis in Japan are among the most expensive in the world. Depending upon the distance, a late night taxi can easily cost several thousand yens. That's the money most travelers would rather spend upon great food, shopping, or another experience. Before heading out each evening, simply check the timing of your last train using Google Maps or Transport app. It only takes a few seconds and you can save a lot of stress and money. If you are planning to enjoy nightlife, consider booking accommodation near the area where you will be spending your evenings, or choose hotel close to the major train station with multiple transport options. Number 6. Depending only on credit cards. Japan has become much more card friendly in recent years, but don't make the mistake of thinking that you can pay with your credit cards everywhere. You will have no problem using cards at most hotels, shopping malls, department stores, major restaurants, and many attractions. But that's only part of the story. Many smaller ramen shops, family run restaurants, temples, local markets, vending machine, rural buses, and small souvenir shops still prefer cash. Some places even have cash only signs at the entrance. Imagine finally finding a tiny ramen shop packed with locals, ordering your meal and then realizing they don't accept card. Or reaching a temple where the entrance fees is cash only. If you need cash, use ATMs inside 7-Eleven, Family Mart, or Japan post offices. They generally accept international Visa and Master debit cards and credit cards, unlike some bank ATMs. Number 7. Exchanging all your money at the airport. After landing, many travelers exchange all their cash at the airport because it feels convenient. It's okay to exchange a small amount for your immediate expenses. Exchanging your entire travel budget at airport means accepting less favorable exchange rates. Over several $100s, that difference can add up. Instead, compare your options before traveling. In many cases, exchanging currency in your home country, using a forex card, or withdrawing cash from a reliable international ATM in Japan can give you a better value. It's also a good idea to split your money instead of relying on just one payment method. Carry a mix of cash, an international debit or credit card, and if you use one, a forex card. That way, if one payment option doesn't work, you still have a backup. Don't exchange more cash than you think you will need. If you are left with lot of Japanese yen at the end of your trip, converting it back to your home currency usually means losing money again because of the exchange fees. Overpacking and carrying heavy luggage everywhere. This is something almost every first-time visitor regrets. People pack for every possible situation and end up carrying large suitcases through train stations, crowded streets, and endless flights of stairs. Although many major stations have escalators and elevators, they are not always the quickest or closest option. Some stations are massive with multiple exits connected by long underground passages. You can easily end up walking 1 or 2 kilometers inside a station before even stepping outside. Dragging heavy luggages is exhausting and even more difficult during rush hours when trains are crowded and luggage space is limited. Pack only what you actually need. Japan has convenience stores, pharmacies, supermarkets, and clothing stores almost everywhere. If you forgot something, you can usually buy it there. For longer trips, consider doing laundry instead of packing clothes for every single day. Most hotels and many accommodations have self-service laundry facilities. If you are traveling between cities with large suitcases, use Japan's luggage forwarding services. It's called Takyobin. Your bags are delivered directly to your next hotel, allowing you to travel comfortably with just a small backpack for the day. It's surprisingly affordable and one of the best travel services in Japan. Number 9. Ignoring local train etiquettes. Japan's public transport is famous for being clean, punctual, and incredibly efficient. One reason it works so well is that people follow few simple etiquette rules. Many tourists don't realize that and accidentally stand out. Like talking loudly on trains, watching video without headphones, taking phone calls inside the carriage, blocking doors with luggage, or pushing into the train before passengers get off are all considered impolite. You will also notice that people usually line up neatly where the train doors will open and wait patiently for others to exit first. Even during busy rush hours, there's very little shouting or pushing. Following these simple customs not only shows respect but also make your own journey much smoother. Number 10. Missing out on convenience store. This might sound surprising, but one of the biggest mistakes tourists make is completely ignoring Japan's convenience stores. In many countries, convenience stores are just places to grab a bottle of water or quick snack. Japan is completely different. Stores like 7-Eleven, Family Mart, and Lawson are practically part of travel experience. You will find surprisingly delicious meals, fresh sandwiches, sushi, rice bowl called onigiri, desserts, coffees, and even high quality fried chicken at very reasonable price. They are perfect for breakfast before an early sightseeing day, a late night meal after exploring the city, or a quick lunch when you are traveling between attractions. But convenience stores aren't just about the food. You can withdraw cash, buy SIM cards or eSIM vouchers in some locations, pay bills, print documents, ship luggage, purchase event tickets, and stock up drinks and travel essentials. Many travelers end up spending unnecessary money at tourist restaurants simply because they overlook the stores. Number 11. Traveling during peak season without planning. Japan is beautiful all year round, but certain times of the year attract huge crowds. Many travelers only think about cherry blossom season, but there are several peak travel periods when hotels, trains, attractions become extremely busy. The biggest one is Golden Week, usually from late April to early May. During this time, several national holidays fall close together and millions of Japanese residents travel across the country. Other busy periods include cherry blossom season, which is late March to early April, depending upon the region. Then the autumn foliage season, which is from October to November, and then the New Year holidays. The Auburn holiday in mid-August is also another peak season here. If you visit during these periods without planning, you may face fully booked hotels, higher prices, long queues, and trains that require reservations well in advance. That doesn't mean you shouldn't avoid this season altogether. They are popular for a reason. Just make sure you plan earlier than usual. If your travel dates are flexible, consider visiting week before this or after these peak periods. You will often enjoy similar weather with fewer crowds and better hotel prices. Number 12. Packing for wrong season. One of the biggest mistakes that catches many tourists off guard is underestimating Japan's weather. People often think Japan has a same climate everywhere, but that's far from true. The weather varies greatly depending upon both the season and the region. Like Tokyo may be warm in spring, northern areas like Hokkaido can still be quite cold. Summers can be hot and humid while winters bring heavy snowfall to many parts of the country. Packing the wrong clothes can leave you uncomfortable for your entire trip. Before you travel, check the weather forecast specifically for each city you will be visiting instead of looking at Japan as a whole. Also remember that you will spend a lot of time walking outdoors, so comfortable shoes are just as important as suitable clothing. Bring layers instead of bulking clothes. Temperatures can change throughout the day, especially during the spring and autumns, and layers are much easier to adjust. Number 13. Not learning basic Japanese phrases. You don't need to speak fluent Japanese to enjoy your trip. In fact, many people working in hotels, tourist attractions and major train stations can communicate in basic English. But once you step away from the main tourist areas, English becomes very less common. You might visit a family-run restaurant, a local shop or a rural town where the staff speak very little English. Learning just a few simple phrases can make these interactions much easier and is always appreciated by locals. A few basic ones are konnichiwa for hello, arigato gozaimasu for thank you very much, sumimasen for excuse me. This is very common phrase, you can even use it for sorry. Then ongai shimashu is for please. Even if your pronunciation isn't perfect, people generally appreciate the efforts. Download Google Translate and these Japanese language pack before your trip so it works even without an internet connection. The camera translation feature is especially useful for menus and signs. Number 14. Not understanding basic cultural etiquettes. Japan has a unique culture, and while locals don't expect tourists to know every custom, understanding a few basic etiquette rules goes a long way. Like don't wear outdoor shoes inside someone's home, many traditional accommodation or certain temples. If you see shoes lined up at the entrance or slippers provided, that's your cue to remove them. When using an escalator, you will notice people standing one side to let others pass. In Tokyo, people generally stand on the left side, while in Osaka, they usually stand on the right. Simply follow the people around you. Queuing is also taken seriously. Whether you are waiting for a train, ordering food or boarding an elevator, always join the line and wait for your turn. And finally, avoid eating or drinking while walking in busy public areas. It's not illegal but generally less common in Japan. If you buy food from a street stall or convenience store, it's better to eat nearby before continuing. None of these rules are difficult, but following them shows respect for local customs and help you blend in as a considerate traveler. If you are ever unsure what to do, simply observe the locals. Japan is one of the easiest countries to navigate because people generally follow the same social norms, making it easy to learn by watching. Number 15. Not checking attraction, opening days and timings. This is the last mistake that can completely disrupt your itinerary. Many travelers assume that attractions are open every day from morning until evening. But in Japan, that's not always the case. Several museums, gardens, castles and cultural sites have fixed closing days, often on Mondays or specific weekdays. Some attractions also close earlier than you might expect, especially during winters. Imagine traveling across the city only to find the gates closed because it's the attraction's weekly holiday. It happens more often than you think. Before visiting any major attraction, always check the official website for opening hours. Before visiting any major attraction, always check the official website for opening hours, holiday closures, seasonal schedule and ticket requirements. It only takes a few minutes but can save you hours of disappointment. Create a Google Map list or travel planner with all your attractions and save their opening hours. It makes planning each day much easier and helps you avoid unnecessary travel. Before we wrap up, let me share a few mistakes that are easy to avoid. Always carry your passport if you plan to shop tax-free. Most stores require the original passport, not a photocopy. If you are carrying a very large suitcase on certain Shinkansen route, Check whether you need an oversized bag reservation. Download offline maps before your trip in case you lose internet access. Carry a reusable shopping bag. Many stores charge a small fee for plastic bags. And finally, don't be afraid to explore beyond Kyoto, Tokyo and Osaka. Some of Japan's most memorable experiences are found in small towns and less visited regions. Another common mistake: if you are a smoker, then check the hotel policy beforehand. If it is banned at your hotel, it can cost you a very heavy fine. Japan is honestly one of the easiest and most rewarding country to travel to. It's safe, incredibly organized and packed with amazing experiences. But knowing these common mistakes before you go can save you money, time and lot of unnecessary stress. If you are planning your trip, we have also created a complete 15-day Japan itinerary where we cover exactly what to see each day along with transport tips, budgeting, route planning. We also have a step-by-step Japan visa guide for Indians that explain the entire application process. I will link both these videos in the description below and on the end screen as well, so be sure to check them out. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel and let us know in the comments which of these common mistakes surprised you the most. And if you have any Japan travel tips to share with fellow travelers, let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching. We will see you in our next video and until then, happy wandering.